That's my Kobe Bryant. Ain't no way I'm trading the man. Don't try me, yo. My goons be at your house like they the cable man. Brr. That motherfucker too hard.
I'm gonna put this motherfucker 1017 boy on.
See the giant come for Jackson, the giant come for
But Johnny Dane hit up in the dog. Nah, for real. Nah, for real.
Hey, everybody done heard by now about the Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty situation. They're saying that Pooh Shiesty allegedly held a gun up to Gucci Mane, a Draco, and made him sign a contract releasing him from 1017. But this video is not about that. This video is not about Pooh Shiesty going to jail and me explaining is Gucci Mane snitching. It's not about none of that. This video right here is about why Pooh Shiesty did what he did. Because when it first happened, you know, I'm looking at it like, damn, why would Pooh Shiesty do something like that? When he had basically had everything in his hand. The ball was in his court. You know what I'm saying? What made Pooh Shiesty do what he did? You know what I'm saying? So I looked at it like, that's what I want to figure out. I want to know why Pooh Shiesty did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, shit, you got everything in your hand right now. But sources say, and what I done figured out is, Pooh Shiesty was going broke. When Pooh Shiesty got locked up, Pooh Shiesty was going broke. Allegedly. They saying Pooh Shiesty was locked up in jail and a lot of his affairs wasn't in order. Shit wasn't getting paid. You get what I'm saying? But money was getting made. You get what I'm saying? They were saying that Gucci Mane allegedly made $24 million off of Pooh Shiesty while he was locked up. And Pooh Shiesty ain't see none of that money. They saying Pooh Shiesty ain't get his parts or what he felt like he was worth. You get what I'm saying? So this video is about why Pooh Shiesty did what he did and all the characters and the parts that they played in this whole mix. You know what I mean? From his father to Yo Gotti to Gucci wife to Big 30 and all the other characters. Now Pooh Shiesty, you know, Pooh Shiesty caught 5 years in the feds for allegedly gun possession, where, you know, you heard the story where he was down in Miami, Florida, trying to buy some shoes from somebody, and somebody allegedly got shot. I mean, somebody got shot. It ain't allegedly. Somebody got shot. You get what I'm saying? But while Pooh Shiesty was serving time in prison, business was still getting handled. As you can see, Pooh Shiesty has a lot of platinum records. So Pooh Shiesty wasn't broke. You get what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty had money, and he was supposed to come home to a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? And when Pooh Shiesty came home, he ain't come home to that money. You get what I'm saying? Like, he ain't come home to nothing that he was supposed to have. And Pooh Shiesty had to pay for lawyers. This right here is a picture of Pooh Shiesty lawyer that he had to pay for while he was, so he can get the low time that he got. You know what I mean? I think Pooh Shiesty only ended up doing like 5 years probably, yeah. So, but this is the lawyer he paid for. $1 million lawyer. You know what I'm saying? This is the house Pooh Shiesty bought. You know what I'm saying? This house was like $700,000, $600,000. You get what I'm saying? So basically, damn near another $1 million. Pooh Shiesty had all type of cars that he had bought while he was in jail and while he was out of jail too. These are all the plaques Pooh Shiesty accumulated. You know what I mean? From putting in that work on the music. You get what I'm saying? So Pooh Shiesty had accomplished a lot, and he felt like he was worth more, and Gucci Mane wasn't giving it to him. You get what I'm saying? Look at all these motherfucking plaques Pooh Shiesty had and accumulated, and all these hot singles. But these are all hot singles. Pooh Shiesty never dropped the album. Pooh Shiesty never dropped the album. Yeah, he had a whole lot of good singles, hit singles. He just never dropped the album. And that's why I think Pooh Shiesty ain't look at it. Pooh Shiesty probably looking at it like, you know what? I'm going to drop all this good music that made you all this money. You get what I'm saying? From these platinum records, from these platinum singles. But Gucci like, shit, I still want an album. So while Pooh Shiesty was locked up, yeah, Pooh Shiesty was making a whole lot of money. But when Pooh Shiesty came home, he came home to nothing. Cause when Gucci Mane signed him, he only signed him for $100,000. They saying Gucci Mane only signed Pooh Shiesty for $100,000 and a ring. I mean, and some chains and a Cartier watch. He gave him a chain, a Cartier watch, and $100,000. Everything else Pooh Shiesty accumulated was on his own. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? When Pooh Shiesty was came home, they said, you know, welcome home, Shiesty. But they probably sent this message out like, you know what I mean, Shiesty, get at us. Because guess what? If they was with Shiesty when he came home, they wouldn't have to say that. They would have got with him. But they probably ain't even heard nothing from Shiesty. Shiesty was locked up. And while Pooh Shiesty was locked up, other business was getting handled. Pooh Shiesty's father had a plan. Because Pooh Shiesty was probably complaining to his father and complaining to Big 30. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga Gucci leaving me and this bitch for dead. You know what I'm saying? And they probably like, man, Pooh Shiesty, you the hottest thing on earth right now. They probably like, you know what I'm saying? And that's where Yo Gotti come in at. So Yo Gotti step in like, dang, Gucci ain't treating his artists right. Like, and you putting out hit records. Like, how Gucci ain't treating you right and you putting out hit records. You get what I'm saying? So Pooh Shiesty looking at it like, dang, you right. Gotti probably telling him like, really, you worth more. You know what I'm saying? And this all goes back to who? Keisha Kayor, Gucci wife. Yo Gotti and Gucci beefing started with Keisha Kayor. They whole beef started about her. You get what I'm saying? So Gotti telling Pooh Shiesty like, shit, come to CMG, I got you. You worth $50 million. You worth $50 million. I done looked at the paperwork. You worth $50 million. They talking about Gucci done blew $24 million of your money, money you done accumulated. You know what I'm saying? Yo Gotti probably looked at the picture like, nah, you really worth $50 million. You worth $50 million, Shiesty. So you got to think, if word getting back to Shiesty and Gotti letting him know like, hey, you worth more than what you think. Okay, yeah, he might have signed you for $100,000 and the Cartier watch and the chain, but now you worth way more, brother. And guess what? They right. Shiesty right. He right. I'm worth way more. Yeah, you might have signed me for $100,000, but I'm not worth that same $100,000 no more. I'm worth way more money now. I got platinum records. Back in Blood, damn near diamond. So I'm worth way more than $100,000. I'm worth M's, Gucci. I'm worth M's. And really, them M's were supposed to hit my bank account before I got out. And I wouldn't have been so angry. You already ain't treating my cousin right. You see what I'm saying? Now look, when he came home, you see that big bag of money? Allegedly, they saying that big bag of money was money from Yo Gotti. They saying that Pooh Shiesty already had signed a little deal with Yo Gotti and got some cash. You get what I'm saying? And they saying that money was from Yo Gotti. You see what I'm saying? So what did Pooh Shiesty do? Pooh Shiesty went and got him a grill. He went and got a chain. He went and got some watches. Cause let's think about it. Gucci ain't give him nothing when he came home. You see what I'm saying? He bought his mama a house. Pooh Shiesty was in a rush. You see what I'm saying? Gucci was probably telling him, nah, wait, I got you. Pooh Shiesty like, nah, I got stuff I need to take care of. Like, I'm him. Like, this stuff I was supposed to already done did. You know what I'm saying? I gave you 5 years. Gucci, I gave you 5 years to get the business together, and you ain't never get the business together. Gucci, man, I gave you 5 years to get it together, and you never got it together. Now I'm home. You see what I'm saying? Look, he bought himself a little penthouse. You get what I'm saying? So now they saying allegedly he's spending Yo Gotti money. Allegedly. This is all alleged. They saying he done put down on this penthouse. You see what I'm saying? But this might be a penthouse that he bought before he got locked up. It ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? This might be a penthouse that he had before he got locked up. But Shiesty was spending a whole lot of money. And Shiesty been spending a whole lot of money. And yeah, Shiesty had platinum records and he did a whole lot before he went to prison. But they saying Gucci, man, ain't had nothing for him when he came home. You see what I'm saying? They saying Gucci, man. Matter of fact, Pooh Shiesty said it. Shiesty said ain't nobody get him nothing when he came home. Ain't nobody get him nothing when he came home, except for like 2 people. Nobody from the label, nobody. You get what I'm saying? So all this probably shit that he spent got off of Gotti money, because Gotti gave him the money before he came home. You get what I'm saying? He probably just kept it on the low. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no telling what Gotti gave him. You see what I'm saying? He bought a Maybach. They said that Maybach is 1 of 25, and it's a $500,000. It was they ain't say that Maybach was a $500,000. The Benz dealership dude said Pooh Shiesty spent like a $500,000 with him though. He spent that $500,000 with him. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like shit. It's shit going on. It's shit that Pooh Shiesty wanted to do. It was shit that he wanted to buy. Like, nigga, I'm home. I want to spend money. I've been locked up for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I want to spend some of this money I accumulated. And they trying to say Gucci ain't had nothing for him. They trying to say Gucci Mane ain't had no money for Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty spending Yo Gotti money. You see what I'm saying? And Yo Gotti and Gucci Mane and his wife probably looking like, dang, where's Pooh Shiesty getting all this money at? We know he got some money, but not that much money. You see what I'm saying? They probably looking at it like, dang, where's Shiesty getting all this money from? Not even knowing that Shiesty done signed a deal while he was locked up. You see what I'm saying? But they not really looking at it. They not really looking. They like, nah, they probably heard rumors. You see what I'm saying? Because you know everybody got their ears to the street, so they probably heard rumors. But they ain't know that Shiesty for real, done signed a deal while he was locked up. Allegedly. This is all alleged. They saying Pooh Shiesty signed a deal while he was locked up. But Gucci Mane and his wife weren't thinking about it like that because Pooh Shiesty was still going on interviews. You see what I'm saying? XXL interview. Pooh Shiesty was still going on little YouTube platforms and interviews. You see what I'm saying? He was making sure that he did his obligation and kept his face out there. This is footage of him. This is footage of Yo Gotti.
Y'all niggas ain't. Y'all don't know what a nigga in, huh? Y'all don't know what a nigga in, huh? It's inside the car jet. It's inside the car jet. Commercial, man. We're gonna go straight to Shiesty. Commercial, man. Cheap ass YouTube, man. Cheap ass YouTube, man. Motherfucking 10 seconds. I'm supposed to be down in 10 seconds. I'm supposed to be down in 10 seconds. FBOF, come on, man. FBOF, come on, man. Come on, go to Shiesty, man.
Yo Gotti is listening to Pooh Shiesty in Paris, riding around Paris, listening to Pooh Shiesty. Yo Gotti got 1 million artists he can listen to. He listen to Shiesty. You see what I'm saying? Why is Yo Gotti listening to Pooh Shiesty? Think about it. Then, not only that, they dropped this. Pooh Shiesty and Glorilla drop. They go to the studio and drop. Now this right here is footage of the whole studio that everything happened at. You know what I mean? But they trying to say everything happened with the little robbery with Gucci Mane. But now on the news, they done came out and said there is no footage of Pooh Shiesty putting a gun in nobody or nothing happening to nobody. They don't have no footage of that. But they do got like little still footage of them outside of the studio. You know what I mean? Little different things like that. But they saying they don't got no footage, no hard evidence. They saying that they don't have no hard evidence footage of nobody doing nothing. So right now, this whole case is just built off of hearsay. This whole case is built off of hearsay. So that means if don't nobody go to court, Pooh Shiesty don't get in trouble for that. Shiesty don't get in trouble for that. If don't nobody go to court, you see what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty got Big 30 in the mix of it. But you know, like everybody's saying, Big 30 ain't like Gucci anyway, because that little slick shit Gucci had said. You know what I mean? And then they got Pooh Shiesty father. Pooh Shiesty father done put himself in the mix of it. You know what I mean? Because he was probably tied in with Yo Gotti and already was, you know what I mean, in Yo Gotti ear, Yo Gotti in his ear. He like, yeah, son, get out that deal. Because what's name ain't paying you. Gucci ain't paying you nothing. You really worth more than that. You really worth 50 M's. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, it all started with her, Keisha Kayor. This all started with Keisha Kayor, man. You see what I'm saying? And this is what Pooh Shiesty had to say when he first came home. He said his father and the cameraman was the only 2 people that gave him money when he came home. Not no label or nothing. And he ain't snitched. He stood on business. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Pooh Shiesty was mad at how Gucci tried to get them little chains back, them little 1017 chains back, and how he did Big Scarr. But Gucci and his wife paid for the funeral. They put 10,000 down on the funeral. But Pooh Shiesty probably looking at it like, nigga, you was supposed to pay for the whole funeral. You see what I'm saying? Look, this is all Yo Gotti money. Yo Gotti gave Pooh Shiesty a big bag when he came home. That's not no money from Gucci Mane. That's money from Yo Gotti. That's Gotti money. Gotti gave Shiesty a big bag when he came home. You get what I'm saying? He did what Gucci was supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? Gucci was still trying to little boy Pooh Shiesty. He was still trying to like little boy him, like, yeah, you signed him, yeah, you put him on, but you know what I mean? He surpassed what you thought he was gonna do. You see what I'm saying? He became that nigga. So it's just like shit. You gotta treat him as such. He became a boss. He can have artists up under him. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if Gucci Mane was trying to hold him back or what, or you know what I mean, or what the whole issue was. But what I do know, Gucci ain't want to sign that paper. Allegedly, he didn't want to let Pooh Shiesty out that deal. And Gucci probably looking at it like, man, you my top selling artist. Why would I let you go? You know what I'm saying? Gucci probably looking at it like, man, look at all the stuff that I invested. You see what I'm saying? Into you. And you ain't pull out no albums. You see what I'm saying? Gucci Mane probably looking at it like, at least give me one album, Pooh Shiesty. Shiesty, at least give me one album. Shiesty like, man, I done gave you 1 million hot singles. They all went platinum and gold. I shouldn't have to give you an album. Because everything that I touch gonna either go platinum or gold. Everything I touch is either going to go platinum or it's going to go gold. So why would I give you an album? But Gucci Mane like, nah, I need an album. Now this is the mention Pooh Shiesty said that he wanted, or he had, was is his main goal. You see what I'm saying? Because he probably looking at it like, he probably knowing how much money he really worth. You see what I'm saying? Gucci and his wife, they doing bad business. Allegedly, because I haven't seen nobody contract. I don't know what they rappers are signing for, or you know what I mean. I'm only going off of stuff that I'm seeing on the internet. And allegedly, they only signing people, rappers for like 360 deals. You see what I'm saying? Where they own everything. They sign them for 100,000. You know what I mean? 50,000 got to go on taxes, and they give them a chain, they give them a watch, and they see if they're gonna get on. Well, I feel like this though. This is how I feel about the situation. Pooh Shiesty really did more than enough, Gucci. You made more than enough off of him. Now reports are coming out that Gucci made like 24 million off of Shiesty since Shiesty was locked up. They saying Gucci Mane made 24 million allegedly off of Pooh Shiesty while Pooh Shiesty was locked up. Ain't that crazy? You see what I'm saying? So you got to think, Shiesty already sitting in jail thinking about this. He knowing what he worth. You see what I'm saying? He knowing what he worth. Word is getting back what he worth. Because there's probably other labels reaching out to him and telling him what he worth. And telling him the type of numbers he gonna do when he come home. You see what I'm saying? And Pooh Shiesty is taking all this in, and he looking at this like, yeah, Gucci might have signed me for 100,000, a chain and a watch, but I'm worth more than that now. You see what I'm saying? I'm worth more than the little 1017 chain now. You see what I'm saying? Like he said in the FDO, he ain't even get a chain with his name. You see what I'm saying? But now he home, he want his own. Yeah, it's just like, so basically this whole story is about Gucci Mane, and it might not even been Gucci Mane. It's Gucci Mane and his wife, because I'm definitely going to put his wife in it, trying to little boy Pooh Shiesty. They tried to little boy him. Gucci ain't want to let him out that contract. You see what I'm saying? He didn't want to let him out that contract, and that's why Pooh Shiesty did what he did. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't never supposed to get this far, because Gucci was supposed to keep it 100. But see, y'all got to understand something. This is not the old Gucci. This is not the old Gucci that you know what I mean, we remember. They trying to say Gucci allegedly is on heavy medication now. This ain't the same WAP. He on heavy medication now. Like, he be heavy medicated. He a family man. This ain't the old Gucci. You see what I'm saying? This on the same BS. You see what I'm saying? This ain't the old Gucci. This the new Gucci. And the new Gucci, he's a law-abiding citizen. He not on the rah-rah. You see what I'm saying? But I can't say that either, because at the end of the day, he did get on the versus battle and say all that stuff about Pookie smoking Pookie Low to Young Jeezy. So it's just like You kept that same energy going. But now, when the triple cross come, you feel some type of way, and you looking at it like shit. Pooh Shiesty a real gangster. The only way I can really get him out the way is really with the police. That's the only way I can get him out the way. That's the only way I can get Shiesty out the way. Allegedly, is if I get the police involved. Cause guess what? If you a gangster and Shiesty a gangster, it's just like you fighting fire with fire. You know what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? So Gucci probably like, man, I don't even want to even take it that far because I got a family and I'm not about to get locked up behind Pooh Shiesty and the stuff that he got going on. When really he owed me an album. You still owe me music. Yeah, I might put you in a 360 deal, but you at least give me at least one album. You see what I'm saying? And Shiesty probably wasn't looking at it like that. Shiesty was looking at it like, nigga, I done gave you 24 million. You done snatched 24 million from me. You see what I'm saying? Now but at the same time, you gotta look at it. Even if Pooh Shiesty made 24 million while he was locked up, that 24 million got split in so many different ways. You get what I'm saying? That 24 million got split in a lot of ways. And the artist is not gonna get the bigger portion of it. So even if you made 24 million, Pooh Shiesty, you're not going to get the big portion of the 24 million. You're not going to come out with the bigger half of that 24 million at all. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people gas Shiesty up thinking that he was supposed to have more than what he was supposed to have from Gucci. But at the same time, they didn't gas him up by letting him know what he was worth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Shiesty was probably worth about 50 M's. Because everything that he put out went platinum or gold. So you definitely got to keep that in consideration. Shiesty was looking at that. Gucci Mane was looking at that. And that's why Gucci Mane ain't want to let him go. Because Gucci Mane looking at it like, nigga, you the golden child. You see what I'm saying? You the golden child. Ain't no way I'm trading you. Ain't no way I'm letting you go. I'm not letting you go. You see what I'm saying? But you got other people in the rap game that's looking at it, other rap execs that's looking at it like, Gucci, you ain't the same Gucci no more. You the new Gucci. You ain't the same Gucci no more. You see what I'm saying? You ain't the old Gucci that used to be with Walker and OJ the Juice and had Nicki Minaj. You ain't the same Gucci. You see what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty might have thought he was the same Gucci and he was going to keep it in the street. But this is not the same Gucci. This is the family man Gucci. This is the 50-year-old Gucci, family man Gucci, who act gangster. He really ain't gangster, and he really a tell on you. You see what I'm saying? He was probably really scared, because now in the paperwork, they saying that he was a victim. You see what I'm saying? And he pointed you out. He pointed out Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. They trying to say Gucci Mane was a victim. He's saying he was a victim. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on with this, man. It's a whole lot going on with this, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a whole lot going on with this. And like I say, this all goes back to who? Keisha Kayor. Her taking over. Because I feel like she took over. And that's what they saying, you know what I mean? The people that were signed to him saying, like, you know what I mean? His wife done took over the label. Asian Doll done said it, and other artists that came out and said it. Like, she took over. It's not Gucci Mane label. That's not Gucci Mane label no more. That's Keisha Kayor label for real. You see what I'm saying? She probably got the last word. Because she already went on the Breakfast Club and said Gucci Mane is on medicine. And you know what I mean? She keep him sedated. And she had to have, you know what I mean, bodyguards snatch him up and put him in rehab and put him in therapy and all type of. So, you know what I mean? It's not the same goo-wop. But at the same time, if this not the same goo-wop, when you came home, you should have never started rapping again. You should have just left it alone. Or not rapped about nothing street. And everybody want to know what Fujiano going to do when he come home. You know what I mean? People want to know that. And what I think Fujiano going to do when he come home, I think Fujiano is going to still be with Gucci Mane. I don't think he going to switch up. I think he going to fulfill his requirements on the label. Then once he recuperate the money, then I feel like he might leave. You see what I'm saying? But if Gucci Mane get on the stand or some transpire that way, I feel like Fujiano just not gonna go with that. That's how I feel. Now I could be wrong, but like I say, Shiesty locked up. We all know Shiesty locked up. We all know heard the story. Like I say, this video was not about that. This video was about why Pooh Shiesty did what he did. Pooh Shiesty felt played. You see what I'm saying? Gucci hurt Pooh Shiesty feelings. You see what I'm saying? And that's the worst thing you can really do is hurt a gangster feeling, not a gangster. A nigga that's a gangster, you can't hurt gangster feelings. When a gangster feel like you done played him, you see what I'm saying? And I done made more than enough for you. I done made more than enough money for you, Wop. I done made more than enough. And I was gone 5 years and you still ain't got it straight. You still ain't got the paper straight. You still ain't got the paper straight. I done been gone for more than 5 years. You still ain't got the paper straight. So you got to understand how a person that's sitting in the penitentiary looking at it. They looking at it like, you know what I mean? Life is going on without him. Ain't nobody reaching out to him while he locked up. He's sitting in there by himself. There's probably only a couple people that really stood by him while he was there, while he was locked up the whole 5 years. Like he said, when he came home, ain't nobody give him nothing. You see what I'm saying? And Gucci Mane had all his money. Gucci got all his money. Gucci Mane is the one that's signing his checks at the end of the day. So Gucci Mane was supposed to make sure that money was right when he came home. He was supposed to make sure that money was right. Gucci Mane was supposed to make sure that bread was right. So yes, I do blame Gucci. I do blame Gucci. Because Gucci was supposed to make sure that bread was right when Pooh Shiesty came home. Period. Period. I don't care what nobody say. And if Gucci Mane get on the stand, he's a rat. I don't care about him being a civilian and none of that. This is what you signed up for, Gucci. Gucci Mane know what he signed up for. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100 right now. By him calling himself a victim and even making a statement of that, he a rat. Cause this right here was between you and Shiesty. He ain't kill you. He ain't take your life. You see what I'm saying? He ain't unalive you. He ain't take your life. So at the end of the day, you was supposed to pay off the cameraman, pay off everybody, and tell the security guard ain't nothing happened. You see what I'm saying? Tell the security guard ain't nothing happened and left this between you and Shiesty and let him out that deal. That's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to say, Shiesty, give me one album. And left it like that. You see what I'm saying? I feel like Shiesty would eventually gave you one album, or you were supposed to match what Yo Gotti gave him. That's how I feel. You were supposed to come out your pocket. It ain't no way that you were supposed to tarnish your name in no way, no shape, no fashion. But I understand who behind you. It's the girl behind it. You see what I'm saying? It's your girl behind it. And it might not even be Keisha Kayor behind it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna put her name out there allegedly like she's all behind the drama. But at the end of the day, that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like your wife put you up to that. Why? Because this ain't the old Gucci. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just like Keisha Kayor put him up to that. That's what the street's saying. That's what the internet's saying. That Keisha Kayor allegedly told Gucci Mane to, write the statement and cooperate with the police. You see what I'm saying? And that's why Pooh Shiesty in the situation he in right now. But see, a lot of people in the hood, they'll cooperate and then take their story back. We seen that with Woody. So a lot of people cooperate and take their story back. And just like how the feds just said, they don't got no hard evidence against Pooh Shiesty. They don't have no hard evidence against Pooh Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no hard evidence footage. All they got right now is just statements. That's all they got is just statements. And I'm gonna be real with you. They do got the pictures too, and they do got the pictures of the watches. But all the cameraman got to do is say that's not his watch. That's not his watch. But we gonna all see how all everything span out and everything. You know what I mean? We gonna stay tuned. You know what I mean? I'm back on the internet. I'm back on YouTube. So I'm gonna definitely keep giving y'all updates on the whole situation. But this is a crazy situation, man. Pooh Shiesty, I think Pooh Shiesty kind of moved a little too fast on this one, man. Be real with you. In my whole opinion, my gut feeling, I feel like Pooh Shiesty just moved a little too fast. I feel like if he would have just gave Gucci Mane one album, then Gucci Mane would have let him off the label. Keisha Kayor would have let him off the label. But Pooh Shiesty, you ain't even give him one album. You only dropped a mixtape, Shiesty. Yeah, everything you do is you know what I mean, gonna go platinum and triple platinum and diamond. But you were supposed to give at least one of them the WAP. Because you can't forget, he put you on. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not taking Gucci Mane's side. If you want to get off the label, let the man off the label. If you want to get off the label, let the man off the label. You see what I'm saying? Just tell the man to make some more music for you, and he can get off the label, man. Tell the man make 10 songs for you, and I'm gonna let you off the label. And we can we can renegotiate this contract right now. Just give me one album. But you ain't even gave me an album, Shiesty. You ain't even gave me one album. And now look, moving too fast, allegedly getting money from Yo Gotti, done pressured you into robbing Gucci Mane. a nigga that put you on.